Great. Great.
Move over, you're so far.
Am I?
Uh-huh. There you go. Hi. Ugh, you fucking guys.
Lost mic for a second and it stopped recording and now it's gonna have error message. No, I don't want to send. Ah.
They're never gonna know all your problems you have unless you send. But I don't. Does anyone ever look at those, like, honestly?
Oh no. I don't know. 100%. Boom. That's the right thing. Boom. 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 Recording for week of August 6th, part 3. Oh, are you picking gnats out of your hair? What's
Yeah,
going on?
I was hungry. Josh, did you look at anything that's going on next week for any of the holidays? Because I forgot to do
Oh, I
that.
didn't look at the holidays. No, I saw that Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard and their kids were trying to like sleep in the terminal at Boston's Logan Airport when their flight got irreparably delayed, and there were literally no hotel rooms for 50 miles. And the people at the airport kicked them out,
Oh shit! You don't kick
right?
out a celebrity because now everyone knows. Celebrity because
I mean, I don't like what are people supposed to do? I've definitely crashed in airport terminals in the exact same situation.
I have not. I
I'm a flopper. Floppers be flopping.
I don't know what that means.
That just means like fuck it. I'm here. I'm gonna ride this thing out.
Despite my being exhausted all the time, I cannot sleep unless I am in a very comfy bed,
Oh my god.
regardless.
I can sleep in a fucking war zone. I can't sleep in a comfortable bed, but I can sleep like on a concrete floor where it's
That's
like air
insane.
conditioned down to 50 degrees.
I have to wear earplugs in my comfy bed. Everything has to be perfect. If it's not perfect, I'm awake.
What if you had earplugs but not a comfy bed?
I would just not be happy and uncomfortable and wishing I could fall asleep. Everything has to be lined up perfectly.
Hmm.
I got too much to think about. I got too much for my brain to think about that I don't want to think about.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I don't know anyone who can't just pass out when they're tired. You get like the dads in their comfy chair, they just pass out after work. You get your kids like passed out halfway on a couch. I can't even fall asleep on the couch.
Oh, dude.
I
A
know.
couch? That's the place.
I know.
I feel like even the world's worst couch, I'm just instantly at ease.
Asleep.
Yeah.
You got a text there, buddy?
No, I'm scanning the headlines.
Oh. All right, I'll let you do that. I did find
Yeah?
an Am I the Asshole that I really want to hear your opinions on
Okay.
because I
All
have
right.
many on this one.
Great.
It's not
Talk it to
even
me.
it's not even a good one. Should we clap anything in or just going for it or
Fuck it.
okay. Okay. It's kind of long. Do you want me to read the whole thing? I don't know if you get the whole.
Wait, maybe we should do a clap. You're right. You're right.
All right, clap then. Woo!
What's
What's
up,
up,
everybody?
guys?
It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. We are here today to talk about stuff. There are Yeah, that's right. It's silly.
Uh-huh.
We normally talk about shows and movies and pop culture things, but because the writers are on strike and the actors are on strike, in solidarity with them, we are not going to do anything to promote the kind of stuff that they don't want promoted while they're in talks. So we're talking about other stuff. Tressa has got an "Am I the asshole?" question mark. AITA for those in the know. Have
That's
you ever
right.
been on the internet?
What's that? Do I need a computer? Okay, Josh, this, I'm not even gonna. I was reading through this and I was
Mhm.
like, everything about this. Anyway, I'm just gonna read it so I don't. Do you know the whole, the gender age thing they do before their names? Anyway,
No, I don't.
my 23F, she's 23 female, roommate Rose, 24 female, meal preps for her entire week of lunches and dinners. She always waits till late Sunday night to do all of the cooking, so often she'll leave the containers to cool on the counter overnight. Please hold all comments. Because it is too hot to put in the fridge right away. Before she goes to bed. 2 months ago, I moved my two cats into the apartment. Now, in my household, I don't allow them on the counters, but if there is food left open, they will try to get into it. I explained that she should be aware that the cats might try to eat her food or might knock it over if she leaves it out overnight. But she brushed me off, saying it was fine. I told her that it was only a matter of time before it happened. Well, it finally happened. I woke up Monday morning to the kitchen in a mess because the cats had knocked over several containers onto the floor. I cleaned up and put the rest of the food that still looked fine into the fridge. Overall, out of 7 lunches and 7 dinners, about half were ruined. When Rose got up, I explained what happened and apologized. She flipped out on me because she can't afford to buy more food for the week. Rose demanded that I buy more food because it was my animals that caused this, but I also can't afford to buy her more meals out of my own food budget. I told her I wouldn't be replacing anything because she was being irresponsible with her own food by leaving it out, and I already warned her that this might happen. She's still furious with me, and some of my friends have said that I'm obligated to replace her food since it was my cats that did the damage. Thoughts?
Well, if I understand correctly,
Mm-hmm.
Rose got a clear warning and she
Mm-hmm.
said it was fine.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like that kind of absolves the person who's writing in of most responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not all of it, but most of it.
Yeah, yeah. Thoughts beyond the actual "Am I the asshole?" question?
I don't know what someone could possibly want to leave out overnight to cool. It just seems like that's a fucking petri dish by morning.
Yes. Yes. I, you know what? I don't care about your guys' relationship. Your roommate is going to end up in the hospital sooner or later for leaving her food out all fucking goddamn night.
I
It,
mean, maybe she's just making penicillin.
oh, okay. Then it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's cure what ails you.
She leaves it out all night to cool down. And then, and also, what time is she making this? At like 6, 10? Who fucking knows? And then it's meals for an entire week.
Mm-hmm.
7 days of petri dish meals. I
Yeah, I mean, I think doing meal prep like that is like super smart and efficient and great. Like I do it about 1% of the time,
I can't.
but
It's too much
like
cooking.
it's my goal to do more of it like that, just batch cooking stuff and having it all ready. And then like you save so much time later on and you don't have to think about it because it's ready.
Are you afraid that you'll ever get really fucking sick of it by the time it's all gone?
I don't really have that problem.
Okay.
Like some people I know are like, I had this thing, I cannot have it again for like at least a little while. If it's a thing that I like, I can have it multiple times and be happy about it.
Yeah, I relate, but also if I have underestimated how many times I've had it, I might go a little crazy and need something different.
Right. I mean, if you're just batch cooking one item that you're going to eat repeatedly for an entire week, that would be an issue. But if you're batch cooking like a whole bunch of different things, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
have a
yeah.
variety of stuff,
Sure. Pick and choose.
then I think you're like pretty well set up.
But knowing me, I would do a whole bunch of batch cooking and then only like one thing and throw out everything else.
Well, but then that's also like educational. Like, if the reality is that like this thing that you made that you thought would be good, nobody wants to eat, including me,
Hmm.
then like don't do that anymore. Like, look up some new recipes or, you
Yes.
know,
Right. But then you got a shitload of food that you just got to toss because no one's going to eat it.
right. But it's like, that's going to happen sometimes. Like,
Sure, sure, sure. I,
and also better to do that than like eat something that's going to make you sick or that's going to make you miserable.
yeah. Who wants to eat something that bums you out
Totally.
for a week?
Here's the thing, not like I love food, I love to cook, like I take it seriously and like whatever, but
Hmm.
like sometimes you're going to have some meals that are just like fine. They're not like, oh my God, let me like quickly journal this whole thing,
Yeah, let me take pictures for Instagram in the process.
right?
I just I I I think I am too much a slave to my whims. I can't just have everything there. And like if I were to think about it and if I had a perfectly made grilled cheese for every fucking goddamn meal, I'd be like, yeah, that's great. That's fine. I don't need anything else.
But
But
you can't have a grilled cheese
that's what I'm
made ahead of
saying.
time.
That's what I'm saying. That's like making water ahead of time and put it in the freezer and unfreezing it. It
I mean, I guess you could prep a sandwich to be grilled and have it be ready.
that yeah,
But
but
like, how much time are you really saving?
right. It takes like 2 seconds to do. I'm not
Right.
chopping vegetables. I'm not whatever.
You don't like grill a little tomato, put some mustard on, something like that?
No.
How do you do yours?
Well, I prefer a butter
Uh-huh.
opposed, but I started doing mayonnaise because it's easier, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's fine. It's the same." It's not the same, but
No,
it's
it's not the
easier.
same, but it's not necessarily a bad thing either.
No, it's not terrible, but butter is better.
Butter is better.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't eat mayonnaise for like a full decade.
That sentence right off the bat totally confused me. I thought somebody was challenging you to eat nothing but mayonnaise for a decade. Okay, why couldn't you eat mayonnaise for a decade?
Uh, when I was
Oh,
13, I think,
uh huh.
um, I put together this whole like meal at a cafeteria, including a bowl of what I thought was vanilla pudding.
Ah,
So I like hurry
Jesus.
through my meal. And then like when you take a spoonful of something and your mouth expects one thing, but it's definitely not that. It's bad enough when it's just the thing, but when your mouth expects the other thing, it is scarring. So
Boy, that Josh, he really likes mayonnaise.
yeah,
He's
I
just
mean it was
going at it with a spoon.
maybe 15 years. I don't know. It was a long ass time before I could eat mayonnaise again. I'm fine with it now.
I feel like also, aside from it being not what you thought or wanted it to be,
Yeah.
a big glob of mayonnaise is just not
No,
great.
horrifying. Also, there was like a person that rung me up at the register that was like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh, it's the pudding." And they didn't say anything. Like, we
Like,
don't have
we don't
pudding.
sell pudding.
That's not that that large punch bowl that you served yourself from, that's not pudding.
A punch bowl of mayonnaise.
Based on context, I was like, oh, it's at the end. It's in a fucking glass or crystal punch bowl. Like this must be
Ah!
this must be vanilla pudding. What else could it possibly be?
It must have been really good quality if it looked like vanilla pudding. Because you get that really bad mayonnaise that's just white, but the good stuff, it has like a creamy vanilla look to it.
I should also mention
Ah,
that I was like newly arrived
to America.
to England,
Oh.
where they probably think eating a giant bowl of fucking mayonnaise is normal.
Like, yeah.
This happened in old London town.
Why? Okay. What? I don't know. For some reason, it made more sense in my head that it was America.
I don't know why we ever bothered colonizing that place. It doesn't even make sense.
All right. Well, okay. Back to the issue at hand.
Uh-huh. I blame Churchill.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Uh-huh.
Uh, she scooped up food off the floor that she thought was okay and put it back in the fridge.
Oh, I didn't think that that's what she was saying. I thought she was saying that like some of it had been thrown on the ground and that was trash, but some hadn't been thrown on the ground, so she put it in the fridge.
See, it was all uncovered, so I assumed it all made it on the floor. And she's like, well, that's not touching the floor, so it's fine.
I mean, I assume that whatever she left out on the counter also has like the cat's footprints in it.
Thank you! The cats! Like,
There was a pizza place near my old work where a cat lived there and you would sometimes see it walk on the pizza.
nope. Nope.
Like
No.
uh,
No. No. Immediately arrest all of those people. No. Jail. Uh-uh.
uh, I like mayonnaise for French fries.
Yeah.
That's
It's
nice.
a nice substitute for ketchup. Or not substitute. The other thing.
It makes me feel like I'm in Belgium.
Yeah. Yep. Only
Having some
time.
frites.
Mm-hmm. 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 A little crispy, a little creamy.
Mm-hmm.
You're right there.
Hot, salty,
Yep. Eggy, oily.
those things. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So yeah.
All right, so you just do a straight grilled cheese, butter, cheese.
Sourdough preferably.
Uh-huh.
The
Are you baking your own sourdough?
no. What?
I don't know. A lot of people bake their own sourdough.
Right. Have I mentioned how much I hate cooking?
It's come up.
No.
It's come up. But maybe you really like baking.
Nope. I used to
Okay.
bake for a bunch of local coffee shops. I had muffins and cookies and brownies, and I was really into it because I was able to make money and I was unemployed, and I made all these super fun flavors that no one ever did or had heard of, and then I just started to really hate it, and
Oh,
I haven't really done much baking since.
well, shoot.
You
Is that
know,
legal? Don't you have to do it in like an industrial kitchen?
they passed a law because some girl got like a ticket or something for a lemonade stand or some shit.
Mm.
And everyone's like, fuck you guys. And they're like, okay, okay, okay. How about this? You can make $1,000 off of goods you make in your home. But after that, you got to go to a kitchen. And I don't think I ever went over $1,000 a month. So I think I was fine. Chicago.
Well, that sounds like a great little cottage industry, and also I just fucking love cookies, so it sounds great to me.
It's great. I had bacon chocolate chip cookies, and this is
Yum.
like right before bacon had that big resurgence where
Mm,
everyone was buying T-shirts with bacon on it and Band-Aids that look like bacon, and
right.
yeah. And everyone was like, "Holy shit, bacon in a cookie? That's crazy!" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm very smart."
Yeah. I'm familiar with I don't think I've had bacon chocolate chip, but I've definitely had Christmas cookies that are made with bacon fat.
Oh yeah. Bacon fat
Or
is
so
so
wait, are you saying
versatile.
with pieces of bacon?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's something else entirely. Yeah,
Yeah.
the bacon fat in this case is like instead of butter.
Yeah. That's super smart. I never thought to do that. One time I brought a friend was having a brunch. It was like a potluck brunch, and I brought brunch cookies, which were oatmeal cookies with butterscotch and pieces of bacon in it. How fun! How fun! The
Everyone was either vegan, kosher, or halal.
well, no, but there were plenty of vegetarians that got really mad after eating a lot of them. I didn't even
After
think
eating a lot of them, they're like, "This is amazing. What's
these
in it?"
these raisins are crazy. I was like, no, those aren't raisins, that's bacon. And they were like, what the fuck? You weren't gonna tell anyone? And I was like, oh, I didn't even think to. I am so sorry. They hated me so much.
I mean, it's their job to ask, not whatever.
I mean, I
Like,
don't. Who's gonna expect bacon in a cookie? I get it, but
I guess.
sorry, guys.
But it's also like, isn't if you're a vegetarian, half your job is saying, "I am a vegetarian."
Right, that could have been made with bacon fat. That's
Like,
normal.
let me just warn everyone, I'm a vegetarian,
Oh
so
shit!
please
Hide
help
it.
keep me safe.
You won't shut up about being vegan. We get it.
I would
Oh,
I would go vegan in a heartbeat.
me too. I kind of hate the texture of meat enough to where I wish I didn't eat it as much. I
Oh, I
don't.
actually love the texture and flavor, but like I would happily give it up for the earth and for my imagined health benefits.
Oh, that reminds me of an article I read yesterday. There's
Yeah.
this creator who,
Oh, I love that band Creator.
yeah, so good.
Behind the mirror.
Yeah. And she was
Is
like,
that them? Maybe that's
I
just
have no
you.
idea. And she was one of those vegan creators who was basically always like, if you're not vegan, you're a piece of shit. And she like moved to Thailand, and her entire diet for the past, I don't know, year or something had consisted of nothing but jackfruit, and I think it's called durian. I'm probably pronouncing it.
Durian.
Durian. There you go. And
Very, very sulfuric.
okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I just know it smells bad, or at least people say that.
Yeah, it's like amazing. And
Mm,
jackfruit is kind of like its cousin that like does not. It has a lot of the same good stuff, but none of the bad stuff. But it's not like it doesn't have these sublime flavors that are like hidden and mixed in there.
but it's so good with barbecue sauce. It's like pulled pork. That
Oh, I've
jackfruit.
heard that. I've heard that.
It's really great. Anyway, she kept talking about how she feels amazing. She feels her body is changing in all these great ways. And she just kept getting smaller and smaller and more gaunt. And that's to be expected if you're only eating fruit, I guess, or vegetables or whatever. And she just died from, I don't think they've released it, but her friends are saying it looks like starvation. It looked like she died of starvation.
I mean, to be fair, like Thailand is the wrong place to go if you don't eat meat because they eat mostly meat things. Like I assume that she got there having thought it would be different and then found out, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? I'm surprised she didn't like if she lived there, like why wasn't she just cooking other stuff for herself?
I don't think she wanted to. Oh, that was the other thing. It was all raw. Like she was on a completely raw diet with only those two things.
I mean, they're tasty, but like, you can't live on that.
That I okay. Going back, that would make me go insane. I could not eat the same two things only ever forever. But yeah, I don't it's very much it's very much an eating disorder if nothing else. Be vegan, be raw fruit or food or whatever. That's great. That's fine. But at this point when she's physically hurting her body and saying she feels great, that's an eating disorder. There's no way.
Maybe she was just really, really, really into durian.
I mean,
It's fucking surprisingly good, but it's also terrible. It's such a ride.
will you take me on that ride? Explain that. Explain how it's
Okay,
terrible and good.
okay,
Okay.
okay. So first of all, like, if you just have like cut durian, it smells fucking gross.
Like what? I always hear that, but no one ever explains.
It smells like garbage. It smells like garbage that's been left out in the hot sun all day. It smells terrible. You eat
Delicious.
it
Uh
and
huh.
you're like, they're like different, sort of
Yeah,
phases.
yeah.
And it's like, okay, this tastes like sweat socks.
Mm.
Okay. This tastes like grape. This tastes like, oh my God, like the most amazing melon with subtle flavor that I've ever had. And then that's followed by like vomit.
Wow, those
Yeah.
grape and lemony thing was way worth it to eat sweat socks and vomit in the end.
But it's like, have you ever had something that's like kind of good and kind of bad and you can't stop eating it?
I'm sure.
Or like
Absolutely.
something, I'm trying to think like something that has like complex flavors
Okay,
where, uh,
I have a bad example of that.
okay,
Terrible. The first time I had mango, I was in high school,
mango is
and
just purely sweet.
and the second it hit my mouth, it tasted like gas from an oven.
Oh,
It tasted,
why?
I don't know.
Have
And
you had mango since?
yes, many times, thanks. But I can still taste it. It's like a very faint, but it's not as strong as that first time. And at the time I was like, "Were you like storing this in your oven? Why does it taste like this?" But I again, a terrible example, but I understand what you're saying.
Did you like it?
I liked the not oven taste.
And but you can still taste oven
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah, but nowadays it's so much more faint that I don't think I even register it a lot of the times cuz
Are
mango
you a
is
super
delicious.
taster?
I think I might be.
Are you extremely sensitive to
Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
like I think that super tasters can be like a variety of different things, but like are you extremely sensitive to certain things?
Yes. Are you talking about taste only because
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
uh I don't know. I don't how do you even gauge that cuz I don't know what other people taste, you know?
I mean, I have a friend who's a super taster and she's super limited in what she can eat without it like being just a terrible experience for her. Like really, truly, she has to eat what most of us would think was super, super bland, unseasoned everything.
Oh yeah, that's not me. That's not me. No, no, no.
Okay.
If anything, I'm a super feeler, and I textures are what throw me off completely.
Okay. So,
So going back to meat,
uh-huh.
I can't eat chicken anymore. It's disgusting.
It's the
Shredded chicken, sure, fine. If I know for a fact that there's not going to be any kind of ligament in there, the,
ligament.
the chewy, the what? Anything on a bone, get the fuck out of my face. Absolutely not. No.
Really, nothing on a bone. Okay.
No. Uh,
Is it the bone itself or the
no,
texture of how
it's
it's like
attached
attached to the
to it.
bone?
All the different textures of the different fleshes that are like even like red meat I can eat no problem because it's usually nowhere near a bone. And a lot of times it if it's not ground meat, I don't trust it. But you
You only
fucking
trust ground
uh-huh.
meat.
I know that sounds insane because it's probably the dirtiest meat in the world.
Not necessarily, it's just it's been ground.
Yeah,
That's all.
and it's mixed with stuff probably. I don't know. It makes no sense technically, but I know that I'm not going to get a chunk of ligament usually that's going to gross me out for the rest of the week. I can't. Like chicken wings, get the fuck out of here. How do you guys do that?
I mean, chicken wings are not my favorite thing in the world, but
It's a lot of people's favorite thing.
yeah, like barbecue, hot wings, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sure. But I mean, that's really about the sauces, right? I
Sure.
think.
So get some nuggies. Get some
Some
tendies.
nuggies.
Get some nuggies, some tendies. Get that sauce and use it as a dip. Slather
Those
it
might
on.
not even have any meat in them. They might be entirely soy or who knows what.
I love a good fake chicken, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't. I just.
Oh, you know what
Ugh.
I hate?
Hmm.
I'm going to tell you what I hate.
Yeah, that's what this podcast should be. What do we hate?
French fries that have been breaded in some way.
Oh, I don't hate that.
I do not like that.
Like a beer battered fry.
I guess so. I don't know. Whenever like something like that comes out, I'm like, fuck.
Oh my god, those are the best ones. Are you kidding me?
No, I just want potatoes and grease and salt.
I mean, there is no bad french fry as far as I'm concerned. Unless they're undercooked, and then those can go get fucked and then cooked more.
Those can go get fucked. Uh, hey, have you ever played pickleball?
No, isn't it like short tennis or something?
I think so. I've never played it either.
My boss, who, when I worked in a law office, who was easily one of the most horrible women I've ever met, would she would be gone for a good 6 hours out of the 8 hour day just so she could play pickleball every Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, she was obsessed. And then she'd like come in her little pickleball outfit. And I think it was pickleball. It was one of those weird tennises that is not
hmm
tennis and
hmm
you pretend like it is, but it's not. That's all I know about pickleball. Why do you ask?
Was she good at it?
I don't fucking care.
Well, I only asked because there have been all these like pop-up pickleball courts, like just arising all over New York.
Yeah, it's like racquetball in the 80s.
I guess so, yeah. But it's like, uh, they're just temporary things in like, big public spaces. And
Mm.
it's like free pickleball courts, like anybody, like go play. Like they probably have rackets and balls and stuff
Oh,
too. And I haven't done it, but it's, it seems like it could be fun. Mostly I first learned about it because friends my friend who we basically have to thank for this podcast, Amy, she introduced me to a show that I was like, Tressa, we should have a podcast and talk about this show. And then now we have a podcast. Anyway, her idiot stepfather is obsessed with pickleball. And that was where I first learned about it from.
all right.
So, like, all things associated with that dude are like, ugh. But, like, that could be anything.
Got it. No, that's how I associate pickleball. It's just like, ugh.
because of that boss.
Yeah, yeah.
But like if that had been someone you liked,
I'd be like, why are
you'd be
you
like
doing that?
pickleball. That's probably a fun thing.
No, I'd be like, why?
Oh, okay.
No, you're right. But
Oh.
I took tennis lessons.
Oh, did you? Did you, Martina Navratilova? Did you?
Anyway, I took tennis lessons when I was like 18 or something with my mom, and I suck. I cannot figure out how to get the ball where it's supposed to go. Not good. I quit.
Was she good at it?
I don't know. I don't.
Hmm. Did
I
you have a fun tennis outfit?
Yes, I had many very cute skirts
Right?
with skirts with the
Uh-huh.
pocket in the underwear part. So
Oh.
fun for your balls.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty
Interesting.
hot. Uh, but what I did love, I used to love volleyball, and I was very good at it. And so my friend Peggy was like, "Hey, you know what? Some friends of mine, we're gonna start like our own sand beach volleyball team. You want to join?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, that sounds great." You know what sucks is sand volleyball. It sucks a lot,
What
a
do you mean?
lot.
I've seen Top Gun.
Yeah, so have I, and it sucked. It is like trying to play volleyball in tar. It sucks. You can't jump or run. You slip and fall all the time. It sucks. I was
Hmm.
very bad at it. I was embarrassingly bad after being like, oh my God, I'm so great at volleyball.
Well, you know, it doesn't have to be on sand. It could be
Yeah.
like in a court, inside a
Oh,
gym.
I like inside. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about on grass? Would you like grass?
What if there's bees in the grass?
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be good.
What if there's other stuff in the
And you
grass?
might have honey.
Yeah. Good point. Good
Do
point.
you like honey?
It's all right, I guess.
Hmm. Okay.
How do you feel about honey?
I like honey.
Cool.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this big trend towards hot honey lately?
I am surprised that it's such a thing. It's fine. I don't really like spicy sweet things.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Um, like that's no shade on other people who do.
You
Um,
heard it here. Josh hates people that like sweet hot things.
but like I don't, no, I don't. I don't like chocolate that has cayenne in it or something.
Okay. Just
S-
curious.
Yeah.
It just
How do
seems
you
like
feel about spicy honey?
I don't know. It's fine. I just don't think it's necessary. Like
Do you put it on your pizza?
I don't. I did order a pizza last week that had it on it, and I was like, oh, let's see how this works out. And it just tasted like it had chili pepper on top of it. And I was like, this tastes like a
No
Wendy's.
honey flavor?
No, it was like a little sweet, but not honey heavy.
Hmm.
It just seemed like somebody put honey in a Wendy's chili, and it was kind of gross.
Have you ever put sriracha on your pizza?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Good
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
What about ranch? You ever put ranch on your pizza?
I think that's a Midwest thing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I brought it up because we already talked about it. Uh,
I mean, if we were sitting in a ranch,
mm-hmm,
then
mm-hmm.
I would feel like I would have to.
A Hidden Valley ranch?
Yeah, wherever the ranch happens to be.
Got it. All right, what's your favorite thing to cook then? You like cooking, right? You cook things, right?
I mean, I guess it depends like what time of year and what kind of mood I'm in. Um, What have I been into lately? Kind of lazy lately. Like a real go-to for me is roast chicken. I like to do roast chicken and vegetables.
I feel like that's a
Um,
very dude centric meal to cook.
is it?
I don't know if that's true, but I feel like a lot of men that I know that cook are like, oh, roast chicken, I got you.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Um, I like doing um a bunch of sort of like Thai dishes,
Oh,
but it's really dependent on having the right ingredients. Um, which, luckily, thanks to globalization, are readily available.
yeah.
It's all about the kaffir lime leaves.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's like the ingredient you need for definitely for green curry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I use a lot of fish sauce and all sorts of stuff. What do I cook? What do I cook? What about you? You hate cooking. What's the
Yep.
thing you hate cooking the most?
Something where I have to chop a shit ton of vegetables.
Mhm.
Like for a while I was doing the meal service thing where you pick out what meals and they send you all the ingredients. I was like, this is going to make life so much easier. But it made it so much harder cuz I still had to fucking cook. I still had to chop everything and cut it and slice it. And it's just like this is making more time for me. I know how to look at a recipe and buy those ingredients. I do not enjoy putting them together. So,
Okay,
whatever
that's
that
fair.
is.
All right.
Hmm.
Um,
Like hours. It
I'm a
takes
big fan of
hours.
eggplant, so like
Hmm.
I like to explore the whatever eggplant has to offer.
Are you talking about eggplant or are you talking about eggplant?
I'm talking about the nightshade
Oh,
family.
okay. All right.
Deadly nightshade.
Oh, oh,
What's
oh.
up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
I was weeding my sidewalk on the side of my house last week. And I was just about to pull up this gigantic plant. And I looked at it and I was like, I don't think that's a weed. And I realized it is a fucking full on tomato plant that is kind of huge growing out of the sidewalk.
Oh, nice.
Do you know how
Some
hard it would take? How many times I've tried? How much effort I have put into planting and growing a tomato plant with no success. And this fucker goes into my sidewalk and is like, yeah, let's go.
I don't understand how you failed to grow tomatoes. Aren't they like famously the easiest thing to grow?
Hi, I cannot grow anything. I am the worst. I have a black hand. I don't have a black thumb. I have a black hand. It sucks. Nothing will grow. I couldn't grow mint. You can't get rid of mint usually. And it saw me and was like, fuck you, lady. We're out. But now I got some little grape tomatoes that are almost ready.
Well, that's great.
Hmm.
Maybe you could plant more of that, like around wherever you wanted to have it.
Yeah, it'll see me coming. Like, yeah, we like the sidewalk better. It's literally the crack of the sidewalk, and this thing is huge. Well, not
Well, it
huge,
might be that
but
like there could be something wrong with your yard. Like you might want like grow boxes or something.
oh yeah, no, I would never grow in the yard dirt because there's lead in that. I don't ever.
Why is there lead in it?
From get lead with gasoline used to have lead in the 70s and now it's in our dirt.
Oh,
That's everywhere
so
probably.
that's just
But it's really
all
bad in
places all
Chicago.
the
I know
time.
it's really bad in Chicago, but I don't know. I think it's everywhere. And I'm sure there are people that have replaced their dirt with better dirt at some times, but not where I live, like for
Right.
gardening or whatever.
Right, right, right.
And it's I had to look into this because it has always been a concern. Because my son had lead poisoning when he was a baby because we had a shitty slumlord. And but I guess it's bad. It's not great for root vegetables, but they're the ones that are gonna be. They will absorb lead easier than any other plant that you grow in that soil. But it's still edible, but I still don't trust it.
What do you mean it's still edible?
Like it's
It absorbs
negligible.
more lead, but it's edible.
Right, that's the worst of all the plants that will get it. But it still has it in there. And they're like, oh no, it's not enough to be harmful. And I'm like, it's enough. I'm fine. Thank you. No, thank you. No. Yeah, so I always use dirt that I buy if I'm trying to grow something. Still doesn't matter. It sucks.
They have like better laws in Europe about biodynamic farming. We don't even have that shit here.
Dude,
Yeah.
nobody. We gotta talk about paying off politicians. What's up? Let's get into it.
Oh, should we pay off some politicians? Nice.
Yes! That's us walking to the politicians.
Yeah, what's up?
Here's your
Bang,
bag of
bang.
money. It's got a dollar sign on it. What's up? What is this
What?
for? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. You're in our pocket now.
For what?
Great, we agreed, or whatever.
That's right, you do. Bitches. Just tell everyone that we're cool and we're good.
So, yeah, okay. Don't eat any lead, I
Don't.
think.
I mean, probably not, right? That's not
What
one
if
of
we
those
need
minerals.
lead? We're supposed to have lots of iron. Those are both metals.
It's got to be the same, right? What's the difference?
What's the diff?
You're fine.
Um, yeah, I might have to do some culinary experiments to try to make Lebanese style tune. That's definitely something I'm very interested in lately.
There's probably recipes on the internet.
There are, and it's like, who do you trust?
You never know. You just got to keep
Yeah.
trying. I had this amazing recipe for hummus. It was like the best hummus I ever had.
It was like, throw out the chickpeas.
Yeah. Get some ground chicken. And
Make yourself a hot plate of larb.
and my mother-in-law thought it was weird. I liked it. It was very lemony, and I liked that.
Mm.
But
Hmm.
then I couldn't find the recipe because I didn't save it. I was just like, I found a recipe, I'll do it, and then forget it forever. I found it on PBS Kids, and now I can't find it.
That's where you originally found it.
Yeah.
Wow. Tressamaniacs, write in. Help her find that recipe. Did you um was it like chickpeas, garlic, and lemon and salt
Some olive oil.
and some olive oil?
I don't know if there's. I don't. It seemed like it was so simple. I don't know how I couldn't recreate it again, but I never could. Maybe there was magic that day.
You know, sometimes the best recipe is when it's just like it doesn't have any amounts and you just have to do whatever you do. And then you make something great and you're like, oh, great, I'll save this recipe. But you never actually had a recipe. You
And
just
they,
had a list of ingredients and no real instruction.
yep. So you do it again, and it is terrible. Why isn't this as good as I remember?
Oh, why?
Why? You find any good news articles or what?
No.
Oh.
No.
Mm.
How about you?
No, I just been gabbing.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I was just taking all my notes and throwing them out there and making you respond to me.
I guess there was going to be a Batman movie with Ben Affleck that got trashed.
Oh no.
So for all of you huge Affleck heads,
All five of you. I would love to talk about that if it wasn't struck right now.
oh well, we can't talk about that.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, ugh, was it? It does. It's not something we can talk about right now.
Go to our Patreon if you want to hear that conversation. So, you know that brunch I was just telling you about where I brought the cookies?
Yeah, are
Um,
you still friends with any of those people?
I don't talk to them very often, but I consider them friends. The um the dude in that relationship had started getting into running and marathons about that time, and he was telling me about it. And he told me some shit that scarred me for life, and don't I I can't, like, aside from the fact that I just can't physically.
Tressa,
Uh-huh.
scar us all.
But you like to run marathons. Aren't you afraid
Yeah,
I'm going to scare you forever?
I mean, whatever it is, it's probably something I've already
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah, probably. Absolutely. But he was like, at first he was telling me about the bleeding nipple thing. Like, yeah, that's obvious. You gotta wear band-aids on those babies so they don't rub up against your shirt all the time. I get it. Sure. And then he was going on about how after jiggling around your bowels for miles, people just shit themselves and it's fine. And people are just like, yeah, people shit themselves, it's fine. And that, no thank you. No. Uh-uh.
I mean, I don't think it's super common,
I
but
think it's common enough that it's
it's common enough
fine.
that people refer to it because, like, there was, I think, a woman who like shat herself and had her period and like won a marathon.
Tamara Torlikson?
Oh, I don't know. Is that right? Did you look it up?
No, but it popped up in my Reddit feed.
Oh, okay.
That's what made me think of it.
Um, I mean, there might be other famous instances, but it's like, you know, if the cameras are on a person and that happens, like it'll seem like that happens way more often.
Right. And I'm sure it was, I don't know, maybe it was a newbie in the scene, like observing things and blowing things out of proportion and then telling it to me and being completely influenced and scarred by it. But he was like, yeah, you go to the finish line of a marathon and like a ton of people just have shit running down their legs. It's fine.
Gross. You know what? I've run I've run a bunch of races and
Everyone's covered in shit.
I've not personally seen that. Like I'm not saying that it well, I might have
Mm,
missed it. Like it might have
yeah.
been there and I just didn't know,
Yeah.
but I'm not aware of that. That sucks.
Something about just massaging your intestines while running.
Um I mean it's a lot of it's a lot of pounding and a lot of pressure. So like if you train for a marathon, you're running a lot of miles for months before that marathon. You know, you're running like in the 4 months leading up to a marathon, you might run like 700 miles before you run the marathon in just those 4 months, something like that.
Nope. I will not be doing that.
Right. So I mean, here's the thing. It's like if you train for the marathon and like you wake up and you don't feel good, you've like psyched yourself up to do this thing. And like if you're a competitive racer, there might be a lot of money on the line. Like most normal people, it's like either they do this ordinarily or they're doing it for the first time and it's a very big deal. Um, so I mean, if I trained for a marathon and I woke up on like race day or the day before race day and I felt like garbage,
Yeah.
I don't know that I would feel like I had to run the race. Like I've run other races. There will be other races I can run. Like not everyone would necessarily feel that way. And you know, it's
Like,
possible
there's
that like
money involved, right? Like, you have to pay money to do this, right?
yeah, you pay money to sign up. You pay like if you're traveling to run a race, because lots of people they travel in order to like run races around the country and around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like travel, like you have to, it's like expensive for even like a cheap hotel
Right.
anywhere in the world now. So your options are always going to be costly. But like the question is like what is all of this about? Is all of this about just your performance on one day? Maybe. Like, I feel like I did all that training.
Right.
I'm in amazing shape. Maybe I'll like I'll look for a different race that's really soon and like just do my best on that day instead. Like,
Everyone's gonna miss those gams of yours on that race day, though.
it's true. I do have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful legs.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's not fair to the people, Josh.
It isn't. I know that. They have
Listen.
come from far and wide to see this golden god that I am.
Uh huh.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, was your friend that told you this, like, had he experienced all these things himself?
I don't think he would have even told me that.
Okay.
And, like, I don't know. He could have been exaggerating. It could have been a lot of things. But it stuck with me, I'll tell you that goddamn much.
Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, that's never happened to me, and I hope it doesn't.
That sounds
Um,
like a challenge.
and I hope I just also hope that I have the presence of mind to like, if I don't feel well,
Don't,
take a day off.
Josh,
Well,
I'm telling you, do not food prep for a week and leave it out a week before the race. That's all I'm begging you to not do.
no, but you know what? Like marathoners will do a lot of food prep so that like they can fuel the correct way at the correct time.
Right. Don't leave it out all night. And
Seems like a
for
terrible
a
idea.
week.
I It's not like am I the asshole? It's like is everyone here an asshole?
Is everyone here insane that lives in this apartment? Aside from the cats, because they're just being cats? Disgusting. Nope.
I think the roommate should eat the cats.
Yes.
Just like
Problem
our
solved.
just like our favorite alien that we can't talk about currently.
Yep.
Um,
All the Gordons.
Wait, do you have some other AITAs?
I don't know. I just saw that one this morning. I was like, I don't even care about the question. Everything about it, I hate though.
Mm,
Cats, you know, they were stepping all over that food. She put it back in the
maybe.
fridge. No, of course they were. Are you kidding me? It's uncovered. They
Well,
had
but
their
that doesn't mean that
faces
they're
in
going to
it.
necessarily walk all over it or eat it. Cats want cat food. They don't want people food.
That's not
Actually,
true.
I don't know what a cat wants.
Like that song.
What? What song?
What a cat wants.
What a cat wants. What a cat needs.
Yeah, that one. Mhm.
That one.
Yeah.
you're never going to take up running on
No,
any level.
no.
And I don't think anyone needs to. Like
Thank
I
you.
do it. I don't necessarily think it's like the greatest thing in the world. And I think it's a pretty boring topic. So the fact that like your friend's boyfriend was talking to you about any aspect of it, I was like, I feel so sorry for her. Like
Well, he
before
made
you
it.
even told me what it was.
He made it spicy and fun. It was a great
All
conversation.
right. All right.
Uh, nope. Okay.
Mhm.
Nothing.
No.
What's going on in the news, Jay Leno?
You know, politics, man.
Oh, I've heard of that
It's all
before.
it's all politics. I'm gonna look up some good ones right now. Boom. Then you're gonna be like, oh snap.
I can't wait to be like that.
Yeah. All right, here's one. Am I the asshole for having my wedding at a venue that absolutely does not allow children, since my family made it clear that they would not comply with my child-free wedding?
Boom! I'm not
Your
even.
wedding, you get to do whatever the fuck you want. Other people who say that they won't play by your rules
Nope.
when you're the one throwing the party, they're the assholes.
Now, usually these stories have some sort of. Bleh, what's it called? Some sort of hook where it ends up being like, oh, well, no, actually, you are the asshole. But I can't see that being the case here. It's your wedding. Your family has already said, fuck you. Do your thing.
Oh, wait. All right, let me read the whole thing.
Ah, here we go.
I'm having my wedding at an adults only resort. That's a
Hedonism
different
too?
matter. What?
Hedonism
Yeah, I
too?
assume. I assume it's some bullshit like that, right? They absolutely do not allow minors, not just children, no minors.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
right?
Shabari. Uh-huh.
I just assume like there's gonna be like middle-aged and older Germans in loincloths.
Yes, many nude beaches and pool time and other
It's
things.
Schlongville.
It is so much Schlongville. Also, okay, before you continue, if this is the case,
Mm-hmm.
how fucking gross are you? You want your family to be
Totally.
there.
Right?
Get the fuck out of here.
I
No.
mean, here's the thing. Maybe we're wrong and it's not
Uh,
some gross thing like that.
keep reading. Let's
There
see.
there might be any number of places that have like rules.
Okay, keep
I
going.
get I don't know. Like I don't know. Okay, I did this to save myself the hassle of fighting with my family over exceptions to my no children allowed policy. My husband and I are paying for the wedding ourselves, and we are not paying for our guests to attend. It is a destination wedding, so we
Uh
didn't
huh.
want anyone we want there not to be able to come because of finances. Wait. And we are paying for our guests to
Oh,
attend. We are
okay.
paying we
Okay.
are paying for our guests to attend. Holy shit. Come on, you're not the assholes anymore. If you were the assholes a minute ago, you're not the assholes now. Yeah, so people that want to attend that don't have kids, they will pay for you to be there.
And join your wedding night orgy.
I guess.
Dude, ah,
I made the invitations very clear about whether kids are allowed or not. I received a lot of RSVP saying that they regret that they cannot attend. I totally understand, except now my sister found out that I'm paying for everyone to come and has lost it. She said she only said no because she didn't have anyone to watch her kids. The oldest is 16 and has watched her siblings while my sister has gone on vacation in the last month.
yeah, 16 is fine.
Come on. I said that everything was booked already, but that if she made her own arrangements, she would be welcome at the wedding with her husband. she asked if we would be paying for whatever she arranged, and I said no. I had already paid for everything I had budgeted for. She said that I'm an asshole for not wanting her at my wedding. I said that if I didn't want her to attend, I would not have invited her. My parents and I are saying that I tricked my sister into not attending. My sister isn't poor, and the cost of her and her husband would have been $2,000.
How
She
is
just
that?
wanted me she
That's
just
so
wanted me to
cheap.
bend and allow her kids. And that's the last line.
Okay, okay. Why did it take her so long to RSVP or figure
Well,
out?
she thought like, okay, no kids, I guess I can't go. And then she found out that everyone else was getting it paid for. But apparently they have money.
Yeah, but you know rich people, they're like, free? Yes. That person getting it for free? I want it free too.
You know what? I have a very rich mentality.
So do I. It's called quiet luxury. Uh,
Lovely.
what?
I said lovely.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I need more details about this no minors situation. That's got it. It's a destination. No
Yep.
minors. There's no way it's not hedonism too. If Jerry Springer were with us right now, he could have been the
I
officiant.
can imagine a place that just is like more like quiet and subdued.
Yeah, but it'd be
It's not
like,
some fucking crazy
sure.
be wild on thing.
Yeah. But in that case, it would probably be like no kids under the age of 12 or whatever, not no minors. Maybe. I don't know. It seems gross to me. I also want it to be true because I want to judge this person for having their wedding with their family being there at hedonism too, because that's funny.
Let's just assume that's definitely what's happening.
Yeah, it is in my head.
It's just, everything is like grottos and there's like fire features everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bikini clad cocktail waitresses. All the drinks are watered down.
Maybe not.
No, they are. It's just
Are
cheaper.
they?
I don't know. I just assume that anytime that it's like all expenses paid, that everything's watered down. You know
Could
what?
be.
All you need to do is bring your clothes for getting on the plane both ways, and you're good. That's like a small backpack. You got to save so much time and room with luggage. No packing. How many times have you been to hedonism?
Oh, I go 3 times a year.
I know, you love it.
I've been to hedonisms you've never even heard of.
Oh, shit. Are they
Yeah.
still called that? Because,
Oh, there's secret hedonisms.
oh,
I wonder what it's actually like.
it's got to be just a, like a sandals resort, which I've also never been to,
Right.
but with only adults and lots of features where there's no clothes allowed over here. There's like the cocktail hour where you could be tops optional. That's what I assume. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
I
what
mean
else
that's
is
what I picture also, but I have no idea.
there? No clue.
Right?
Mm,
I have assumptions.
that's
They're
what's
not based on anything.
that's what's important. When we were in Toronto, we were staying down the block and we were like looking for clubs. We wanted to go dancing and stuff.
Mhm.
And we found this one club and I was like, that's different. What's this about? And I did a deep dive on what they were all about. And
What are they all about?
well, no men are allowed in there without a date slash woman with them. Clothes are completely optional. A few rooms have peekaboo windows. All the couches are.
Is a peekaboo window a glory hole?
No, 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 it's just for looking. And that room is filled with pleather
Oh,
couches that pretty much take up the entire floor. They're like futons. And there's swings and dungeons, and it looked like a fun time.
it sounds like there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a sex club.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it called?
I don't remember.
Like Toronto Sex Club.
Yeah. I don't get emails from them every day. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, shit. I gotta go.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Guys, that's all the time we have. But come back. We'll be back with more on Fire Tonight.